They found Ray Cilli.
This one's hot off the press. The very senior Comanchero had been living in exile in Thailand, but is now set to come back to Australia, where, if the cops get their way, he will celebrate his next several dozen birthdays behind bars. A former bikie boss who at one time had a price on his head which a sniper was keen to collect is now in cuffs. The question on a lot of nervous underworld lips right now is, will the guy who literally knows where the bodies are buried cut a deal?
So where is he?
Right now, he is in a police station somewhere in Southeast Asia. That's all the cops will say.
It's a big wide world out there.
They won't be more specific than that. We know the one-time state commander of the Comanchero outlaw motorcycle gang has been in that part of the world, mainly Thailand, for the past 5 years. He booked his flight very soon after murder charges against him were dropped. Cilli was accused of orchestrating the jailhouse bashing of one Alf Dion Eads. The people delivering the assault were clearly too enthusiastic because Eads died. That was late 2019, and Cilli hasn't been seen since.
And like that, he's gone.
Rumour was Ray had set up camp in Pattaya in Thailand. The resort town is south of Bangkok and very popular with Australian gangsters. They party pretty hard down there. The body of Hells Angels kingpin Wayne Schneider was found in a shallow grave outside the town a few years ago.
So if Cilli was cleared of murder, why did he take off?
Because murder was only one of the judicial ball aches with which Raymond Bradley Cilli was contending. Police believe he played a starring role in Operation Ironside.
They seized illicit drugs, loaded guns and encrypted devices.
That sting of the century, as it was billed, came about when international drug syndicates started using the ultra-secure ANOM app to do their deals. They did this completely unaware that the app had been sold to them by the FBI, who then monitored conversations for a full 3 years.
Psych.
In mid-2021, police forces around the world combined like some kind of law enforcement Voltron to execute coordinated raids.
By good, feared by evil.
At the time, the AFP fingered the Comanchero gang as the biggest distributor of illicit drugs in Australia. Mr. Cilli was a key player in that outfit, which is why AFP Assistant Commissioner Chris Craner said at the time, and I quote, "I'd love him to come back to Perth. We would welcome him to come back. He's a person of interest." Ray knew that the cops knew that he was into some deep criminal shit.
Allegedly.
So he thought it was best to go on an extended holiday.
Nice extended holiday, all right.
He did a good job of it.
Where is he?
Cops had no idea where he was. We know they didn't know because detectives were allegedly leaning on Cilli's sister to cough up his location. Sharina Lucas was jailed last year for her role in a cash drop-off and pickup of more than 800 grand. And that folding, police said, was linked to alleged money laundering by her Como brother. When District Court Judge Linda Black sentenced Sharina to 15 months, she warned the cops they risked a corruption probe. If it turned out they told their target they'd let her keep her baby in prison if she squealed.
So what now?
The Attorney General, the Federal Attorney General, that's Mark Dreyfus, has to get Cilli back on Australian soil. The easy way for this to happen is for the country Cilli's being held in to deport him. That's what happened to Comanchero Supreme Commander Mark Buddle a few years ago when he was in Turkey. The harder way is extradition. That involves mounting a criminal case against Cilli and convincing the government of the host country that he's a bad egg who should face the music down under. That's how the feds got a guy known as Asia's El Chapo back to Oz 3 years ago.
And if that happens?
If Cilli comes back to Oz, well, the lady boys inside a maximum security prison are nowhere near as attractive as the ones in Thailand. And if Ray's convinced he's going to spend the next 20 years playing mummies and daddies with them, then who knows what information he might give up about people he doesn't like. We know he's got a lot of enemies. The bloke who killed Rebels chief Nick Martin in 2020 told police he'd been promised 700 grand if he took out Cilli in Thailand. He was going to use a machine gun to do it.
Say hello to my little friend!
Ben Harvey.